Welcome to our new series, Executive Report, where we distill vast amounts of data into concise, actionable insights for today's busy biopharma executive. Today, we look at the top 10 high-value branded pharmaceuticals that have been cannibalized by generics or biosimilars following patent expiry. For each of the 10 products, we will review the therapeutic area, value, mechanism of action, patent expiry date, the generic or biosimilar strategy, key market access strategies, and finally, the outcome of these strategies. Now starting with number 10, we have Humira, adalimumab for rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, and psoriasis. Adalimumab, branded as Humira by its originator, AbbVie, is a biologic that has dominated the TNF inhibitor class since its launch in 2002. However, it faces substantial competition from numerous biosimilars post its patent expiry in 2023, notably the biosimilars Amjevita, Hyrimoz, Idacio, and Hadlima have all been granted interchangeability status due to their similar efficacy and safety profiles. These biosimilars are available at up to 80% discount compared to Humira, making them a cost-effective alternative. Furthermore, they are being rapidly included in Medicare, Medicaid, and commercial formularies, driving their uptake among patients. As a result, biosimilars now dominate over 70% of the US market for adalimumab. Next up is Lantus, insulin glargine, patent expired between 2015 and 2021. Lantus is a long-acting insulin analog used for the management of type 1 and type 2 diabetes. It was originally developed by Sanofi and is now facing competition from biosimilars after its patents expired. Sanofi launched its own interchangeable biosimilar, Semglee, in 2020, which has been rapidly adopted in the US market. Moreover, Sanofi has integrated its biosimilar into digital insulin delivery ecosystems, improving its accessibility and usability for patients. This has been further bolstered by volume-based contracts with public payers and by bundling Lantus with health systems for value-based outcomes. Consequently, biosimilars now account for over 40% more than the brand sales globally. Now moving on to number 8, we have Abilify, aripiprazole, patent expired in 2015. Abilify is a unique antipsychotic used in the treatment of schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and major depressive disorder as an add-on therapy. Numerous oral and orodispersible generics rapidly entered the market after patent expiry in 2015. The brand has also been successfully used in expanded populations, such as those with autism spectrum and PTSD. Otsuka, the originator, has been able to maintain some exclusivity through continued investment in the brand, including its use in combination regimens. The next product on our list is Copaxone, glatiramer acetate. Copaxone, a self-injectable glatiramer acetate, was originally developed by Teva for the treatment of relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis. Several equally effective subcutaneous biosimilars have been launched since patent expiry between 2015 and 2017. Teva has targeted these launches in emerging MS markets and secured tender-based agreements with national health authorities in many countries. Biosimilars have been automatically substituted in many regions due to their demonstrated interchangeability. As a result, biosimilars now command more than 80% of the market. At note 6, we have Herceptin, trastuzumab. Trastuzumab, branded as Herceptin by its originators Roche and Genentech, is a monoclonal antibody used in the treatment of HER2-positive breast and gastric cancers. Several for and SC biosimilars have been launched with similar safety profiles and are increasingly being used in combination regimens. These biosimilars were initially adopted early in institutional oncology formularies, facilitating their integration into standard of care. Roche has further supported this uptake through pooled procurement initiatives in Asia and Africa. As a result, biosimilars have surpassed $4.5 billion in global sales and continue to grow rapidly. Next, we have Revlimid, lenalidomide, patent expired in the US in 2022. Revlimid is a synthetic immunomodulatory drug originally developed by Celgene and now co-owned by BMS. It is indicated for the treatment of multiple myeloma and myelodysplastic syndromes. Following patent expiry, Celgene, along with authorized generic manufacturers, progressively phased in the launch of Revlimid. This ensured that patients continued to have access to the drug while also leveraging its use in oral oncology programs globally. Now we come to 𝗕𝗟𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗏. 𝗕𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗏, branded as Enbrel by its originators, Amgen and Pfizer, is a biologic that has been widely used for the treatment of RA, psoriasis, and ankylosing spondylitis. Since its launch in 1998, several biosimilars have been launched in Europe, including Benepali, 𝗕𝗟𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗏, and others. These biosimilars are now being used as first-line biologics in many treatment algorithms. Through country-level substitution mandates and multi-year contracting with payer alliances, biosimilars have taken over 75% of the EU market. Next is Avastin, bevacizumab. Bevacizumab, marketed as Avastin by its originators, Roche and Genentech, is a monoclonal antibody used in the treatment of colorectal cancer, non-small cell lung cancer, and glioblastoma. Several for biosimilars have been launched with demonstrated equivalence to their reference product. Biosimilars are now increasingly being used off-label in ophthalmology. Through early formulary inclusion driven by pharmacoeconomic analysis and oncology bundle rebates with hospital networks, biosimilars have achieved significant market share gains. They now outperform the brand in most regions. The second product on our list is 𝗕𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗏. 𝗕𝗘𝗑 is a synthetic inhibitor of 5-alpha reductase originally developed by J&J. It is indicated for the treatment of metastatic prostate cancer. Following patent expiry in 2018, 𝗕𝗘𝗑 has been launched globally through local manufacturers under various brand names. Its inclusion in national protocols as the preferred first-line therapy has driven its uptake in both developed and emerging markets. Furthermore, 𝗕𝗘𝗑's inclusion on the WHO Essential Medicines list has facilitated its rapid adoption in low and middle-income countries. Volume-based pricing has also contributed to its market penetration. In these regions, generic sales now exceed brand sales globally and 85% in emerging markets. Finally, we have Remicade-infliximab. Remicade is a chimeric monoclonal antibody originally developed by J&J and Merck for the treatment of Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and RA. Biosimilars Inflectra, Renflexis, and Expiration have been launched with the same route of administration as the brand. These biosimilars have been adopted in hospital-based step therapy programs and are being driven into the market by payer-subsidized substitution in inpatient settings. Furthermore, cost-based Medicare site of care adjustments have made the biosimilars more attractive for certain patient populations. As a result, biosimilars exceed 60% market share in the US and greater than 80% in the EU. There are some common themes that emerged from this analysis. First, formulation innovation has been a key driver of extended exclusivity for several products. Second, global tendering has enabled rapid and wide-scale uptake of biosimilars, particularly in Europe, Latin America, and parts of Asia. Third, payer-driven substitution has played a significant role. And fourth, digital integration and off-label indication use have also helped in market access. We hope you found this overview helpful and look forward to providing you with more valuable insights in the future.